Hello, how you doing? We've got some more recipes for you this week as we're cooking along with HelloFresh. Today we're going to be doing Lebanese style meatballs in tomato sauce. I'm Paul and welcome along to another cook along. So today's ingredients are going to include a garlic clove, breadcrumbs, minced beef, carrot, couscous, chicken stock, tomato, beef stock, baby spinach and toasted flaked almonds. That's all going to go together with this. It's going to take us between 25 and maybe 35 minutes of cooking to make this dish, and this should be around about 650 calories per person. So are we ready to start? Let's go. First thing I'm going to do is preheat the oven over here. We're going to take it to 200 degrees fan, get that up to temperature, and we're going to make our meatballs first of all. So to make the meatballs, what are we going to need? We're definitely going to need some mince, and this comes in your HelloFresh pack. This is enough for 3 people. And then also in the pack this week, let's have a quick look, see what we have in here. And we have a bit of a couscous disaster going on. Marvellous. Okay, so maybe not as much couscous as we were supposed to have. We'll work our way around that though. We've also got, this wasn't supposed to happen, some spinach, almonds, those carrots, the tomato, the mixed spice, breadcrumbs, more tomato and some chicken paste. As I've said before, not a particular expert at this, so we're working together as we go through. Right then, let's do the meatballs. So what we're going to need, I'll move this out of the way. We are going to need the mince and some garlic as well. How much garlic? We're going to use 3 cloves of garlic, so I'll get that. 3 cloves of garlic. If there is an easy way to get into garlic, let me know, because I always do this kind of thing here. Right, put that there. Those on there, get a knife and just give that a little bit of a bash. I'll just peel this garlic here. If there's an easier way to do this, please let me know down below in the comments, because this bit absolutely drives me crazy. Right then, let's crush that garlic. Just give it a squeeze, knife through there, and this one, squeeze. Knife through there. Right, there we go. That is our garlic done. Now we move on to making the meatballs. So what we're going to do is get a large bowl, and in this large bowl we are going to pop our breadcrumbs, which are here. Some salt. This is 3 tablespoons. Right, 3 tablespoons. Never quite know what a tablespoon is. Well, I know this is a tablespoon, but do you know what I mean when it comes to like proper measurements? The way I do this is with a mug. Put some water in a mug. Otherwise I find myself walking backwards and forwards across the kitchen, which is not very good. How many? 3. Did I say 3? 3 tablespoons, yeah. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of water and a quarter of this chamula paste spice mix. Is that how you pronounce it? Not 100% sure. Quarter of it. Okay, let's be very technical with this. That looks like a quarter to me. Right, quarter of that. And then half the garlic that we crushed earlier. Pop that in. There it goes. So we've got it looking like that right now. Not the most appetizing at the moment. Season with some pepper, which I have here. Just grab some pepper. Mix together with the mince. Right, okay, so let's take that off there. And we'll put this down so it doesn't wobble around all over the place. There we go, and we'll get our mince. Open this up. Now I have washed my hands before we started, but always best to wash your hands, and definitely wash your hands after oh, stop it beeping. After you finish cooking. Right, so I'm gonna roll my sleeves up here, and there's no other way of doing it but getting right in there and giving it a really good mix and squeeze, all the way through until that is properly mixed up. Then we'll move on to actually doing the baking of the meatballs in just a moment. There we go. Takes an awful lot of squeezing to get this to go all the way through. You want to make sure you spend a little bit of extra time doing this to make sure it is properly mixed, because if you don't, you'll end up with some very strong parts of the mix. And you want that as even as possible as you do it. I say that only through experience, where I've tried to do it before and haven't spent as long as I needed to on this bit, and then somebody gets a mouthful of spice and everybody else's just tastes like mint, which is not the general idea of this. Right, okay, I think that is pretty much mixed now. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go that is mixed. Baking tray next. Don't need a massive baking tray for this, and some tin foil to line that baking tray. I just find it, hold on. I just find it much easier to put tin foil on stuff as opposed to scrubbing it after you've cooked on a baking tray. Right, let's put the meatballs out. Quickest way to do this is halve it again, and then make the meatballs. If they're a bit too big, you can do it another time. That's probably, was that a bit big? Let's halve that again. Let's go for another half. Trying to get the sizes roughly right, because if you don't, some will cook quicker than others. So we'll do the couscous, then we're going to make the tomato sauce, and then the spinach as well. HelloFresh are very, very good at putting some veggies in there when you least expect it. So we'll see what they come up with. Okay, the kettle is boiling, so let's get our 300 millilitres of hot water in here. Okay, and get ourselves a saucepan, and a saucepan with a lid as well. Right, pop that on there. Put the couscous into the pan. We've got almost the right amount here. Look at that, that's split right the way along there. It's a real pain, isn't it? That's not the way I would have opened it normally, to be honest. There we go, right. Okay, that is done. So pour the boiled water into the, stir in the chicken stock paste. So we're going to stir in this chicken stock paste that we've got, which is over here, which is this. Yeah, this is 15 grams of chicken stock paste. It's going to go in. So pop that in there. Throw that away. And we will give this a stir. And that will beep again, which is a brilliant feature. Brilliant, thank you. Give that a good stir. Make sure that's all mixed together. Okay. What next? Cover tightly with a lid. Leave for 8 to 10 minutes. We can do that. Pop that there, pop that on there. Next, tomato sauce. Okay, right, get a pan here. Give that a quick wipe because I've just washed it up. There we go. Right, heat a drizzle of oil in the frying pan on a medium heat. Okay, let's get a medium heat going and we'll get some oil in there. I never know whether to use virgin oil or normal cooking oil. Using normal cooking oil this time, but it kind of changes on what's nearest. Once hot, add grated carrot. So that oil's heated up now. We're going to add the grated carrot. In it all goes. And the rest of our spices, which we used earlier on, go in here, like that. And it says fry until fully fragrant. That's what we're gonna do. And also with these spices, it does say that if you don't like it quite so hot, you don't have to put so much spice in. Always a little bit difficult to tell, I think, because one person's hot is another person's mild, isn't it? So I do tend to always put it in and just hope for the best. I haven't found any that are like unbearably hot. So I think HelloFresh are a little bit careful with this. We're going to need some more water now, 150 mils this time. This is for the sauce that we are making, and in the water goes. It's 2. Just noticed a small mistake. I should have fried the garlic before doing this. So I'll be honest, I'm not going to add the extra garlic now because that'll be some pokey stuff if it doesn't get fried off. So we'll have to go without. What's next? Beef stock. Right, here's the beef stock. Get this open. Again, it's so much easier when everything is just sort of done for you. So you're not having a pantry just full of little bits that you don't often use. Like the spices. Unless you're doing the same recipes using similar spices again and again, it can be very wasteful. Where with this, you just get whatever you need in one spot. And I guess that's probably why it works very well for us, because you feel a bit chefy, but a lot of the heavy lifting is taken away. Right, I need some sugar as well for this sauce. How much sugar do I need? 1 teaspoon. Don't mix the table and the teaspoons. Disastrous. Put that sugar in. Now, just going to let that thicken a tiny bit. While that thickens, I shall do a little bit of tidying up. And that is the couscous ready. Hey Google, stop. So timing wise, I think we're doing all right. What are we doing next? Once the sauce is thickened, add the spinach, handfuls at a time. Pour this into here. I mean, I think you're supposed to do it in like little handfuls. I don't. No finesse when it comes to my cooking. Just like this. Mix in there, like that. Once that's wilted down, a couple of minutes, then we can add our meatballs, which have all cooked and are over here. Ta-da! Those are our meatballs. They look all right, don't they? Not bad at all. So now we can start to add our meatballs to our sauce, and we are pretty much done. Just cook this off for another few more minutes. Stir in the meatballs into the sauce, And this is your Lebanese meatballs with tomato sauce. I will move this over here. That can carry on for a second while we have a quick look at our couscous that does not need any heat at all, so I'll quickly switch this off. Hopefully this is going to be light and fluffy. We will see. So we did obviously have a slightly different amount of couscous to what we were supposed to have. I don't know how much went missing in the bag. Hopefully not too much. Let's give it a, oh, look at that. That looks pretty perfect, doesn't it? Nice, light and fluffy and very, very easy to cook. And that is our Lebanese meatballs in tomato sauce with couscous. Let's serve it up and have a look, see what it looks like. And then we can put some of our Lebanese meatballs and sauce on top. And then we'll just sprinkle some almonds on top of that. And that is Lebanese meatballs in tomato sauce. We've got more recipes coming up very, very soon. To check them out, click up here. And don't forget, if you liked it, it'd be brilliant if you could subscribe. I know everyone asks you to do that, but you know, if you could, that would be marvellous. From me, Paul, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm gonna go and enjoy my dinner now.